Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode. And um, this video is going to be the Season 2 rules and regulations for the T.E.C. So if you're not participating or not planning on participating in the T.E.C., just click off of this video. This won't apply to you. But if you are planning on participating or currently are participating in a T.E.C., then this is going to be super, super important. Um, so pay attention very, very closely. So I also made this in a Google document in case you want to look at it for yourself in more detail, read it on your own time. So I left it, I'm going to leave it in a pinned comment down below for you to check that out. So the TEC rules and regulations. This is a set of rules and regulations which will ensure the competitiveness and fairness of the TEC. Basic rules, I already made a video regarding the basic rules. That was the first video where I announced the TEC, so you can just watch that video. The regulations, okay. So the TEC regulations, we will be racing with 4 categories as stated previously. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4. Each of these categories will have their own sets of regulations. So, already different, we used to be racing with just Group 3 and Group 1, now we're racing with all of them. So, Group 4 regulations. Power may not exceed 350 horsepower. Tuning of your suspension is prohibited. Tuning of your drivetrain is prohibited. This includes your transmission and your differential. Um, and tuning of your aerodynamics is prohibited with an asterisk. So pay attention to that. Group 3 regulations. Power may not exceed 590 horsepower. And the same thing here, tuning of your suspension is prohibited, tuning of your drivetrain is prohibited, and tuning of your aerodynamics is prohibited. Okay, so Group 2 regulations. Power may not exceed 630 horsepower. Tuning of your suspension is prohibited. Tuning of your drivetrain is prohibited. And tuning of your aerodynamics is freely allowed this time. Group 1 regulations. Power may not exceed 700 horsepower. Tuning of your suspension is prohibited. Your drivetrain prohibited. And tuning of your aerodynamics, like Group 2, is freely allowed. And this is the asterisk that I mentioned before. Tuning of aerodynamics for Group 4 and Group 3 will depend on the season's regulations. So every season the regulations will change just a tiny bit, and that's one of the things that may change, like the aerodynamics and whatnot. So now we move on to something very new that we're going to put into place this season most likely, which is the RFS, or the Race Fairness System. The RFS is intended to keep the competition very even, no matter the driver level. The RFS will adjust the weight of your cars so low level drivers can compete against high level drivers. So this is the Group 4 through Group 3 RFS system. So driver level E must have the minimum weight their car will allow. So just put the weight slider all the way down as far as it will go. Driver level D through C must run a weight of 2,500 pounds. I'm probably going to leave a translation on that in the screen or in the description below. Driver level B through S must run 3,000 pounds. So this applies for both Group 4 and Group 3. Group 2 and Group 1 RFS. Um, so um, with driver level E must run the minimum weight their cars will allow, like same thing with Group 3 and Group 4. Driver level D through C must run a weight of 2,350 pounds. Driver level B through S must run 2,800 pounds. Again, I'm going to leave a translation on that, most likely on the screen. That should flash up right about now. So, this is something also um, very new for the TEC, which is hopefully going to keep the competition even more fair and even. And that is the TPS, or the TEC points system. So it's very simple. It's very, very simple. It may sound complicated, but if you really pay attention, it's really very simple. Um, so first place gets 30 points, second place gets 15 points, and third place gets 5 points. Now there is a way you can get more points. So things that can get you bonus points. Running your car heavier than the minimum recommended weight. So you don't have to run your car at that weight. You can run it even heavier if you want. That can get you some bonus points. Um, or running your car with less power. So you can detune your car even more. So if you're group 4, you don't have to run 350 horsepower. You can run less than that. The same thing for all the categories. That will get you bonus points. Um, d Depending on how much of a handicap you give yourself, you can have a bonus of 10 to 20 points. So that can mean all the difference for you. Um, but you can only get points if you finish podium. So you can only get those points if you finish third, second, or first. But also there are things that can get you a penalty. So using an illegal car. So the rules, we're only racing Group 4, Group 3, Group 2, and Group 1. We're not racing Group X or the N class. So no road cars, no Group X cars. Um, so using an illegal car, not meeting the regulations. This means tuning your suspension, drivetrain, um, or making your car lighter or more powerful than your regulations allow for your category. Trying to change your car slash tune setup after the qualifier ends. After the qualifier ends, you're not allowed to do anything to your car. Um, this basically makes sure that you're not cheating or anything. That's the point of the qualifier, to make sure that you're not doing anything illegal with the regulations. Um, Things that can also get you a penalty are shunting, or basically shoving people, rear-ending, brake testing, or just plain cheating, which can mean corner cutting. That can get you a big penalty. These can get you a 10 to 20 point penalty. That means um, if you finish third place and get a penalty, you're looking at negative points. Um, and if you finish second place but get a 20 point penalty, you're still looking at negative points there. So that is something very important for you to know that you can get. So, yeah. So the person who has the most points at the end of a season will be declared the T.E.C. Champion, or the T.E.C. Yeah, the T.D.R. Endurance Champion. So I think this point system is a lot more fair. So let me see if I missed anything here. Oh, also, this is a maybe. This is not going to be a regulation for I'm still thinking about it, okay? We're thinking about having a safety car idea where if we have a major accident, or yeah, a major accident, or something, or someone is uh causing something that is not letting the race go on, um we will have the number one car, whoever is in first place, basically slow down and set a pace, and until whatever incident happened has cleared, and then the race will go on. We're not doing that now. We're not doing that now. That's just a maybe. Because we don't know what kind of chaos that will cause. But that's only a maybe. So you don't have to worry about the safety car thing at all. And remember, the TEC really only works when you participate in it. Um, so I really hope I will see you there at the TEC next week. We'll have the TEC is every Saturday, so I hope I'll see you there. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff, especially regarding the TEC. Um, so yeah, see you next time.